we're good. We on? Is
Yep.
this live? Okay, you can see the best part of the team is here. You got Robbe.
I'm here.
That's Robbe. You're the one I just mentioned.
That's me.
And I'm Thomas. And you got this dude with a wide foot that is useless. He
Totally.
is so... What do you call it nowadays? What's the proper term? Because you can't say what my generation called it. When his wife tells him to do something and he doesn't, it doesn't matter what he's doing, he stops and does whatever she wants.
I think he's just a bum.
Is it a bum?
Yeah.
All right.
Just kidding. He's
All right.
all right, Jarrett.
So the Samwise Gamgee to our Lord of the Rings story here is back, and
There
Jarrett
he
is now here.
And he didn't knock anything over on the way in.
Yeah.
It's okay. I've got hand
Yeah.
sanitizer, so we're good.
Yeah, good
We're
for
good.
you. I'm actually hoping you get the virus.
No.
He might have it. He actually has a bottle of hand
I
sanitizer.
just told everyone that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Can't be too
I was
safe.
trying to read comments.
The thing that's great about Jarrett, we're still trying to figure out.
Yeah. We'll get there.
I'm a work in progress.
He's got wide feet.
So are we doing shots of hand sanitizer today? Or is that
Douche.
not happening? 'Cause that's
I
what
need
was-
this. This is actually valuable. This is more valuable than all these shoes.
I was
I'm
looking forward to getting hammered on hand sanitizer.
We actually have a ton of shoes to go through today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like crazy amounts of shoes. We might not get through all of them.
Yeah.
Maybe save some for next week.
Yeah.
No.
It's a crazy time
Well,
for
I
shoes.
think we'll introduce some.
All right.
And then next week we'll show them. But obviously, I mean, probably the one that I don't want to get too far into is probably the one I'm most excited about right now.
All right. Do you want to just...
Where should we start?
Let's see. We have some Hokas.
Hmm?
We have some Sauconys.
Mm-hmm.
We have some
Ultra?
Ultra 361 Nike Trail. Let's start with...
And
Let's
a
give the
wide boy
people-
sketcher.
Let's give the people what they want. Everyone wants to see the Saucony
Yeah.
lineup. We're going to do a quick little rundown of it, not get too in-depth. Yeah, let's start peeling
Okay.
back the layers of
So-
the onion.
You know what's weird? I was counting on you to have the speed, and you got the speed.
Yeah.
I have the speed at home. I've worn it. I did a workout in it, and I have to say,
Yeah.
Good.
So, okay, before we get into the speed, let's start out with the lower model, which is the...
I wouldn't call it lower.
Well,
Different use model.
It's the lower budget model.
There's
of all,
probably less excitement about this shoe than the others.
which is, what's this shoe?
This is the
Shift.
Shift. The Saucony Endorphin Shift. And I have to say, when we saw this at Trey, I was not that excited about it. I was like, oh, that's the daily trainer one, whatever. I want the speed. I want the pro. But I'm surprised. I really like running in this.
Okay.
I did a nice, easy mileage run in this, and it really feels good. It has kind of a more plush, I would say, cushioning wise, like those higher stock models like a Clifton or some of the Hoka shoes, but still has that sporty feel that Saucony has. So what I liked about it was, even though it's soft and plush, it still felt like, you can, it's a running shoe. So I really liked the running in this.
What was the weight of this?
You know
Do you
what?
remember?
You're not going to be able to get the thing
Oh, 'cause
without
I
a
have to put it
flat
down.
surface. Yeah. There you go. You got it. For a size 10.5, it's on the heavier side.
Yeah.
And I will say some shoes we say it's a size 10.5, but weighs 11.5 ounces or 326 grams. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oof, I have to change my
that's
Rincon
math.
because I think I messed up
Okay.
the call on that. So it is heavier. Some of the shoes that we've run in, we said, well, they don't feel as heavy as they are. This one's not light, but it's really enjoyable to run in, like as far as feel.
It's not meant to be the light shoe.
This
Now-
is slow it down.
Yeah.
Now, the Endorphin line has this speed roll geometry, which is, I guess, a rocker type thing. Would you say you felt that? Or?
Yeah, it's not like a typical rocker where you feel like that right through. It's more like what we're seeing. We're also seeing it in some ASIC shoes. It's this right behind the
Right,
toes, kind of the toe spring roll. So you used to have maybe a higher toe spring with a flexible foot here. What they've done is these shoes aren't flexible. So when it comes through, you actually feel that roll off from behind the toes
Okay.
to the toe spring. So
And it is on this model you have this TPU heel counter, which the other models don't have. It's a little more structure there.
and the foam itself is firm, so there's no plate in this one, which this is the only one in that collection that doesn't have a plate. I will say, although this is on the Power Run foam, the Power Run foam in this and the Power Run foam in the Kimbara don't feel the same. Like I was
you
like,
think
what
it
is
feels a
this? Is
lot
this
different?
Yeah, it felt a lot different.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's just my imagination. But
This is a hot shoe.
I know. You know.
Saucony has, with all the line, has killed it.
Yeah, it was funny because I kind of thought this one looked clunky, but when I was wearing it, it's the only shoe I got a compliment in.
It looks good, yeah, when you're wearing it. I'm not gonna lie.
Ew.
Yeah, it's dope. So I do feel like it's kind of an exciting lineup. And why don't you go into the speed, Robbie? Because
so
I think that it's kind of interesting how these all pair together.
So, by the way, my daycare provider gave me a compliment on these today, so count it. This is the speed, which is like the middle one in that. By the way, the shift is $140, and it was supposed to come out July 1st. We're still not sure if they moved up those dates or not, because obviously they had to move up the pro for the Olympics. This is the speed. So this is very similar to the pro in that it also has a plate, full length plate, although this has a TPU plate in it, whereas the pro has a carbon fiber plate. I did wear the pro the other day for a few miles. I haven't run in this yet, but just
I thought you'd run in this.
no, I was gonna later today. So the plate, it's a very similar feel though, as far as a step in.
I was gonna wonder, like,
definitely,
how does it vary that much?
it really doesn't, as far as I can tell. Now running may feel different, but you can definitely feel the plate kind of feel on your toes a little bit more. The heel's a little weird.
And we have a guy in our running group with the Faster Bastards who does wear testing for Saucony. So I'd actually seen the speed, and I've seen him running the speed. He's a fast guy anyway, but he really liked the speed, and so I'd be interested to talk to him because I don't know that he got the pro, but to see if he felt the difference between the carbon plate. And this is a dude who's, his easy runs are in the 6s, so it'll be interesting also to see, Robbie, how you find the shoe feels versus the pro.
Yeah,
For science, you're gonna have to run with one pro on your left and the speed
not a
on
bad
your right.
idea.
It's not a bad idea.
That's why I'm here.
I'll do it. That sounds good. It's a very nice upper. I mean, very light and breathable.
Yeah,
mesh.
all of them have a gusseted tongue, so you all have that.
It's very nice.
Yeah, that tongue that stays in place. They really did a nice job with the design.
I love the fit of it. It's just fits perfectly as far as the upper. The midsole on these is the Power Run PB, which is that PIBA based foam.
So it looks a lot like the
Boost.
Boost,
Very
but
much.
it's lighter, and I feel like it has more bounce.
Yeah, I mean, according to them, it's offers 40% less. I have the notes here. Anyways, we can go over that. Sorry.
Yeah. And we both run in the speed so far. I mean, in the pro.
Correct. Yeah, we both run that.
And both of us had very positive feelings about this shoe.
Yeah, I mean, I loved it.
I was doing a workout where I was doing 15 times, 1 minute on, 1 minute off, and my paces were in the 6s for the minute on, low 6s, and I felt like this shoe has that feeling that I get from running in the Vaporfly, where it feels like it's assisting with that smooth transition, that faster feel through the stride. The one thing that I will say, the weight of this is not nearly
the same
as a Vaporfly. So I'm wondering, as I try to take this out, I think the durability of this is better than the Vaporfly, and as I take this out for, say, a longer, maybe one of an 18-mile run or something like that, will that weight play into how I feel about the shoe? That's where I'll see what the difference is. But initially, it just feels so good through the stride, and the bounce feels right, and the energy return feels right. Like I'm pretty high on this shoe.
Like it's not that it has firmness to it. It's very responsive, but it's not so much that you're killing your foot, and it's not soft either. It's just a really nice balance.
There were two shoes I was considering for a 5K that was scheduled on Sunday.
Yep. almost had it. Got our bibs yesterday.
Yeah, we got our bibs, and then they canceled it.
Yeah.
This was one of the shoes I was going to choose between. The other one, I can't talk about yet, but they're both in this kind of fun plated area,
More
lightweight,
firm, more firm, but some cushion. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
well, I mean, you said this kind of reminds you of the closest that you've come to the next percent or the big
absolutely,
fly?
absolutely. The feel wise of it, like if you've run in that shoe, shoe is gonna feel very familiar. One thing I'll give it right off the bat is it has a better upper and a better fit to the upper and to the heel lockdown and everything like that than the Vaporfly.
And then we were asked what the drop on this was. This is 8 millimeters on both the Speed and the Pro. The shift was 4 millimeters.
Okay.
That we looked at, so a lot lower. These, what was the other thing I wanted to say about these? Was it the weight? No, we already covered the weight. Oh, the cost. So the Endorphin Pro comes in at $200. Supposedly that comes out middle of April, so a couple weeks from now. And then the Endorphin Speed, which is this one. It's sometimes hard to tell them apart. This comes in at $160.
Yeah.
So you're
mostly the black eyeliner.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very.
I mean, it
very
actually,
goth.
if you think about it, it's sort of like this would be your Vaporfly, that would be your Turbo, soon to be Tempo, and this would be your Pegasus.
But I'll tell you what though, this is $160. It's $20 cheaper than the Turbo, and it's pretty much feels at least, from the first step in, same as the carbon model. So
Yeah.
this could be a really nice shoe for someone who's looking for that faster.
I mean,
at $160
is it like I feel like they're saying that one could be your daily trainer for somebody who wants the feel of this, but like, that's a question I have. It's like, why wouldn't I want that?
right?
Why wouldn't I run my daily trains in this if I could use something very similar? If the only difference is a carbon plate.
I mean, it's really, as far as I can tell, the only difference.
New Balance, the RC and the TC. Why?
Yeah, I
Well,
don't know.
there's a big difference though.
We have it, because the RC is much lighter. These actually weigh the exact same.
Yeah.
These two.
I mean, also with
These are
it being
same shoe.
with it being
Pretty
a
much.
carbon plate, and you said what, a TPU
Mhm.
plate? I mean, that's what, low cost.
Yeah.
It's like a cheaper carbon plate.
Yes.
I remember trying this on at Trey.
Yes.
Just because it was there, so why not stick my feet in it, right?
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
That was the weirdest feeling, where it felt like I was just being pushed, like walking.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, it was wild.
And you've never been able to put your foot in a Nike Vaporfly, right?
I think you let me try an old pair of yours because I did
you
not want to do a new one.
Yeah.
And I was like, no shot.
Yeah. This one I will say on the Shift, it is a size 11. I normally wear a size 10 and a half. I can go kind of 11 in some of the Sauconys. Most of the time I get, when they make their sample sizes, they go whole sizes. So the Kimbaras I normally review are going to be size 11. This one's size 11, and I did use the heel lock lacing on it because I was getting a little bit of lift, but I feel any of these shoes that are really stiff like this, you're gonna get some heel lift because as you ratchet this side down, it's a lever, so it's gonna pull the backside down. There's plenty of cushioning in the heel counter. That seemed to work for me. I really enjoy running in this.
What are you thinking as far as like, can you go up to those 20-mile runs? I mean, is it gonna?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think, this, I would say, if you don't mind a little extra weight and you can do like a Ultra Boost,
One of those heavier.
and you don't mind those and you like those, this is gonna fit right in there. The cushioning is supreme. The feel through the stride is really nice. Is it heavy? Yeah, it's heavy, but you're not getting this shoe to run your fast races. What I would say is if you were a high 3 to 4 plus hour marathoner, this shoe would provide good comfort for being on your feet for a long time. If you're going to want to go faster, obviously you're going to want to drop the weight and get the plate.
I think this is more
drop the weight and get the plate.
So,
that's what we should get.
That's a tagline, y'all.
That should get 2020 running shoes.
Like
Drop the weight, get the plate.
Jarrett, have you tried to fit your monstrous feet into any of these?
I tried the Pro at Trey. What I was saying,
that's
and
right.
and it was bearable walking around. Like so.
This one's super narrow, so you won't need to try it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely don't want that.
Yeah. I mean, you can see I
yeah.
laced it up pretty tight.
To keep them out.
Yeah, that's the Jarrett lacing system. Keeps Jarrett out of my shoe. Like, look at that. That's for me. That's how I wore it.
Dude, that's
so you could probably open this sucker up. Look how wide that
There's
is.
not going to be enough lace left, though, to tie if he opens it up.
That's true.
These are short
I
laces.
I could work with that.
I like that. Don't give me a long lace.
No,
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
make
with
it.
you.
I'll make it happen.
All right, let's move on to the. This is kind of people were stoked about the shoe, are very interested in. So it's the all new. I want to say all new, but it's definitely not all new.
Well, it was new last year.
It was last year. It's the
Matter of
Hoka-
fact, I have
Oh, yeah, there we
last
go.
year's right here.
The HOKA Rincon 2,
Wow.
which is basically the HOKA Rincon 1. We're gonna have the written review later today, but
And
we
we
can
have
just give you a little bit of rundown right now.
we have a video review coming out of it.
And a video review.
Yeah.
Think about that.
I mean, Jarrett, you haven't ever run in the Rincon, right?
No.
Take a look at these two. We're doing.
Oh
it
yeah,
on-
which was the one that just came out?
Well, he knows that because you're on that. But what's the difference in?
This one's blue.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a question from the Matrix. Which one do I take?
It
the
is.
The
pill
blue one or the red
pill?
one?
I like it. Choose wisely. Guess what?
I don't know. This one looks sleeker, right? Is it? Am I losing my
No,
mind?
you're losing your mind.
I'm losing my mind.
No matter which one you pick, it's the same thing. It's a placebo effect.
Like, look at the tooling
Yeah.
on the midsole.
Hmm.
Look at the rubber on the outsole.
I mean, it's literally.
Look at the
Yeah,
pull
but
tab.
that's like what I said with the Arahi 3 and the 4, where I said the difference was the pull tab. They turned it sideways. So I don't know. Maybe it's one of those small. What did they change?
I will tell you.
Alright, so, anyways, yeah.
What you got changed is you're gonna notice a little more overlay near the laces, but it's more like a. You know what? That's not even true. I'm looking at it now.
No,
It's identical.
It's the same.
You see this graphic on the side? That comes up higher, and then in the medial side, that graphic comes up higher. It doesn't have that on this one. This one, the mesh almost feels identical, but this one you can see the holes through the mesh. Whereas
Did people
in this one,
complain on the old one about their foot moving around too much in it?
I believe there was. You said in the review that you felt there's a little too much room in the toe
So
box.
is that possibly what the wraparound
Maybe.
graphic?
yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm trying to come up with ideas.
yeah.
The
Come
tongue
on.
is exactly the same. Like the heel counter.
The thing is, it's a thicker upper. There's no way it's going to be as breathable as this.
Yeah.
As the first
There's
one.
less airy holes in it, but it's not.
You can feel it. I think it is
I mean, I don't know.
compared to the original.
Yeah, the original feels like it would breathe a little better,
Yeah.
but I don't
you
know.
can see through the original. Like, you can
Yeah.
see through that guy.
Not this one.
But they weigh the exact same.
Yeah. So my suggestion to you is, if you like the Rincon, go buy up
Seriously, the first version.
the first
Go for it.
version. Hopefully, get it on sale.
Or I mean, yeah, or the second version, right, Hoka? I mean,
Yeah, and
That's
then you're gonna move into this version, and you're gonna say, "Wow, it's so great
yeah.
that it's just like."
So,
this
what
one."
did you like about this shoe, by the way? Because this was like a hot when it came out last July. Everyone was talking
Yeah.
about it. This is great do-it-all shoe.
Yeah, well, it is, and you know, I'm gonna spoiler alert. I'll tell you, Clifton, still my boy. Rincon is like the little brother of the Clifton. It's a little bit lighter. It's about 1 ounce lighter, and then it also is a little more flexible. So through your stride, you're gonna feel that flex a little bit more. It's not. I wouldn't call it
right.
like
it's
super
not
flexible,
bending
but
half.
it definitely feels more flexible than the Clifton.
You definitely got some more wear on this guy than.
Yeah, you still get some decent cushioning. I feel like towards the toe, it's a little less cushiony than, say, like the Clifton. So my feeling was that the midsole on this kind of flattens out after a few miles. So it starts off feeling really great, and then as I wore the shoe, the more I wore it, the less I felt like I enjoyed the cushioning in the forefoot. And that's the thing though, in Hoka's lineup, they have so many shoes that are just slight variances to the other. So this is a little lower stack than the Clifton. It's a little bit lighter. The upper is more simple. So it's like all the things that you might say in a critique of the Clifton. And then you go to like, say, the Kavu, or not the Kavu, the Elevon 2, Elevon 2. That's firmer and feels a little faster underfoot. It's a little more rigid, not quite as cushion feeling as a Clifton or the Rincon. So you can really find your preference in Hoka shoes and then go from there. And we're going to cover the line, so we'll be able to kind of walk people through that.
Yeah, we're going to do a YouTube review soon of like the entire Hoka family.
Yeah.
Kind of run through that, so that should be good.
And you're gonna go after what your preferences are. So if you want something that is super great for long distance and just cushion miles that feel great, you're gonna want the Bondi. If
Like,
you want to go, if you want to go a little faster, you might want the Clifton. If you want to go even faster, you're gonna go into the Elevon. You're gonna go into now the Carbon X.
And if you want to go even faster, which is my favorite kind of shoe, is the underrated Hupana Flow, which is in their Profile collection, which is kind of like a lifestyle shoe, but it's underrated. It has a nice thin midsole, very un-Hoka-like.
I've always liked the Hupana, and they've always said it was a lifestyle shoe, but I think it runs as good or better than any shoe that is just a regular running shoe.
Yeah, it's really, and it's cheap too. I think it's like $100, but
yeah. The problem is, I think that this past year, they even just made it with like a
wool.
A wool upper, and that definitely I wouldn't want to run in.
No.
But like, it was funny because when Robbe got the Hupana, you were like, "I love this shoe." I was like, "Yeah, we reviewed it before. It's a great shoe."
I was surprised. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's. Do you want to move into
Splash it in? Yeah. Okay. I haven't been on
Let's
this.
just show it.
I haven't been on the trail as much, so
see what-
Robbe is making me jealous.
So, I mean, this is definitely a nice little come up because this is, man, the design on the Nike Trail lineup this
What's a
year
come
is
up?
just ridiculous. Just something fell into my lap that was really nice.
Nice. Learning stuff.
And so we got the Wild Horse 6 and the Terra Kiger 6. Don't have the Pegasus Trail in house. But I'm really excited to run in both of these. The Kiger updates are very minimal. Some stuff to the upper, the midsole is same React as ZoomX.
But whoever does their colors and their finishing details,
it's insane.
Gorgeous.
It's just like a.
This shoe's gorgeous.
If you can see, do you think I can bring it in?
I don't think so. You're gonna mess up all the.
What's that look like? Oh, you can't tell.
Yeah.
There's a
It's on
delay.
delay.
Anyways,
He's so excited. He wants
I just
to
wanna show y'all.
But guess what? We'll take pictures of it and put it on Instagram. So make sure you subscribe to our Instagram channel.
yeah.
I mean, we take really good
we
pictures.
do it. We try to do it for y'all.
Yeah.
And there's, I mean, so the Wild Horse is kind of a heavier shoe. It comes in like 10 and a half ounces. This is a couple ounces lighter. The Kiger. We had the Kiger last year. It's a fast shoe. It really
Good
just
shoe.
locks down to the midfoot.
Wait, the Kiger was the one that you were wearing last year?
Mhm.
The pink and the
Yeah, like
white?
the pink and blue. It looked white, but it's actually gray.
Like a gray.
Yeah.
I mean, just the subtle, like there's a minty teal here, like this light blue. I mean, then who throws in yellow
Dude,
and like flame
I
red?
don't even
It's
want to
just-
wear it on these shitty East Coast trails because it's all muddy and rocky and
It
rooty.
says
It's
plus
gonna
4.
destroy
What's the
them.
plus 4?
I think that's the drop.
That's plus
Okay.
8.
Okay, that makes sense. The drop.
Yeah, so
I mean, you can't see on the detail of the swoosh, but it's got like this pebbled. Like these are just. It's a beautiful shoe.
It is.
You should just don't run in them.
I know.
Just don't.
All right, we'll do. We'll
See,
do.
no, then you know what? If he
Do a
doesn't run
thorough
in them,
review.
then I'll start reviewing the trail shoes
Yeah.
because I mean,
Yeah.
look, the Nike ones are always coveted around here when we get shoes to review. I would love to take every Nike and leave everybody else in the lurch, but with the trails, I would say I'm gonna probably pick it up this year a little bit more. I used to be really heavy into the trails, and then I kind of lost interest in the trails where we live. It's so nice to just run out my front door and do the road runs, and been trying to drop my times. That
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to get in the trail runs because it's like, especially now that it's lighter out, we have more opportunities. But when it's dark, you're really, we can't get out of work, and get to a trail. Like,
and we have so many road shoes to review.
At that too.
And my ankles seem to fold over anytime I go someplace.
Thomas steps out into the woods and he collapses.
Yeah,
seriously.
So, but yeah, this looks beautiful. I am jealous of this. Like, this is a keeper.
That one's also not like Nike narrow. I always picture it like. That's like a nice. Yeah. That one's gorgeous. Oh, I want them both.
Yeah, I do like this one. This one kind of has like a toad feel to it.
Yeah.
Like what is Is there any reasoning for this high?
It has to be just aesthetics because there's. I don't understand.
Because
maybe
a different foam.
Maybe a little bit more support because this collar doesn't look very support. It's a little flimsy.
No, you know what's nice about this collar?
Well, you're not gonna get dirt and crap.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a
like
what
a
do you call
gator.
it? Like a built-in gator.
Built-in gator.
Yeah. I'd almost like this if they. I wonder if they even played around with it because knowing Nike, they did. If that went up like a little quarter higher, like
what was the old version? Was it the
Lunar Epic?
Yeah, it's the Lunar
I
Epic.
love the. I'm one of the only people who love the high top version of the Lunar Epic.
Dude, it was nice. I wish
myself and my buddy Gavin. Gavin, what's up, buddy? We liked it.
There.
Yeah.
Can we answer a couple questions real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so the one dude, I don't even know his real name, is Old Toad. Speaking of toads, he first off he gave us $5. Thank you for that donation.
Super chat.
This is very awesome.
Nice.
And shout out to Matt Gomez too for also giving us $5. You are all our best friends for today and forever. He said, "I seriously appreciate all your reviews. Thank you. What's the #1 long distance medium cushion shoe right now?"
I mean, it's kind of a confusing question because, wow.
Sure.
It's a confusing question because, like, are we talking just for like training runs or are we talking for races?
Let's just assume training runs.
All right, training runs. I mean, currently, what's my favorite?
Long distance.
I can get away with a little
cushion.
less cushioning. Like, I really like. This sounds weird. The Atreyu shoe, that has the right amount of cushioning for me. I also could get away with like Kimbara.
Maybe more
kush.
traditional. Yeah, maybe a little bit more kush.
Yeah, 1080, the 1080 V10.
880.
Or the 880.
Yeah, that's a shoe that
you can't really trust
Dave Ames and Adrian both loved it.
Okay, then I'll let that one pass because you can't trust this guy.
No,
he tries like one out of every.
Hey, maybe
shoes.
this dude has a wide foot.
Yeah, if he has a wide foot.
That's like the most traditional shoe.
Yeah, I would go. I mean, you could go with the Nike React Infinity. You could go with the New Balance 1080 V10, which I still think is like an awesome daily trainer. Clifton. Meaghan would swear that the Clifton is the best for that. We've got the Clifton 7 in. Spoiler alert, I have a feeling it's going to be very similar to our Rincon review. I think this is basically an upper modification. And they did at least kind of like this little new elf heel thing is this. But this is such a fun shoe to have in your repertoire because this is good for 6 miles at an easy pace. This is good for 20 miles at an easy pace. If I was doing a 50 miler, this could be on my feet. It's just that versatile. It has the right amount of cushioning and just the right amount of feel through the rocker sole that you can actually pick up the pace. I've run one marathon in the Clifton, and Meaghan used to do irregular marathons in the Clifton before some of the speedier shoes came out. And she can definitely kick some butt and pace.
And you know what? We don't even know much about it, but there's another shoe that's tangentially related to that shoe that's coming out. It's very secret.
I think maybe it was at Olympic trials?
No, not even that shoe.
Oh, are you talking about something with a kind of...
Yeah.
An inch?
Yeah. So there's another Hoka shoe that's not the Rocket X that we saw at the trials.
Is it related to Clifton?
It might be related.
I think it is.
It's coming. That will be coming out at some point. We don't really know anything about it, but we're excited.
I have a guess at what it is.
Yeah. I'm as clueless as they are.
Dude, you know what I forgot to grab? The 10.9.
Oh, you can run out to the car and get it.
It's so far away.
If you've seen our...
We'll do it next week.
We have to do a nice photo shoot with that too.
Yeah, we'll do
we did the regular photo shoot on Instagram, but we haven't done the real close shots.
Well, it looks like hell because I took it through some.
That's
mud.
perfect. It's a trail shoe, right?
We'll do but we'll have a video review of that coming.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we're also going to have a video review up later today, comparing the Adidas Ultra Boost 20 and the Adidas Ultra Boost PB.
Yeah.
So.
And our Patreon viewers get 24 hours of it before we open it up to the public.
So y'all get
So
that
if you
first.
think that you really want to see something, you might want to think about becoming a Patreon member.
It's a perk.
Yeah.
For the rest of you, it'll be later tomorrow at some point.
Yeah,
maybe.
But yeah, it's actually, I feel like we did a good job, so it should be fun.
Yeah. I mean, I was listening to just the audio and I was cracking up.
It only took about 40
I mean,
shots.
we entertain ourselves very well.
Yeah.
So someone else asked, what do you guys, and Jared, you know this, what do you guys think of the HOKA merch?
HOKA merch?
They just released their like apparel line.
Oh, I think their stuff looks awesome.
He said, I was slightly disappointed, but wanted to know what you guys think.
I thought it looked pretty slick.
I was also disappointed.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know. Based on the jackets I've seen some of like the elites and people have, and then the jackets that we saw at Trey, whatever that mint one was.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
That's not what's out.
Was one of the best looking like.
Yeah, they had a
windbreakers.
Windbreaker.
I was gonna take it from that guy and just run.
I think it's gonna come out that colorway and maybe some other things, but the initial drop of their apparel, it didn't really do it for me. I don't know.
Okay,
But
maybe I missed it. I like that mint stuff.
Yeah, that's
It was
not,
kind
that's
of
not
like
what's out.
this color.
It was
Yeah.
very
laces.
nice.
I don't know if you could see this.
There wasn't like anything like super special or exciting about it, but it's their first like I guess big merch drop, so hopefully they're gonna get right into it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, sorry if anyone saw the photo that we had this week of the HOKA Carbon X SPE. That was a
Colorway.
that was not supposed to be released.
Yeah,
until
they didn't
summer.
tell us, so it's not like we cheated the rules.
The
They
warehouse.
sent it to us,
Yeah.
and they were supposed to get
We're getting the regular version this week, so we can show you that.
But if you saw those pictures, how fly was that thing?
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
But anyways,
And you know what I thought was funny? I think Jeff Dengate was serious when he commented on it that it wouldn't be the Olympic shoe. I think he was taking you seriously, even though your comment, I
don't know.
whatever, yeah.
It seems irrelevant.
Oh, no.
Okay.
The shoe was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm saying that you had mentioned in the description
Yeah.
that it could be the Olympic
the
shoe.
Olympic trial shoe,
And
or the Olympic
yeah.
marathon, official shoe of the Olympic marathon.
And Jeff, if you're out there, you knew he was joking, right?
Yeah.
Because Jeff was like, no.
No, it would be a beautiful shoe for the opening night. Everyone to wear these Carbon X's.
Yeah.
So anyways, it's a really nice red, white, and blue. And then you know what I realized after I posted? I was like, all USA, rah, rah, rah. And I'm like, oh, wait, France is the same colors as us.
Yeah, but they always were.
But I'm saying,
So now France can have it?
HOKA is based in France.
No, they
So
used to
I'm
be. They
saying-
started in France.
I know, but I'm saying they could be doing a slide throwback to
Oh.
France, and we're thinking it's USA.
What?
Think about that. Think about that.
What?
Yeah, they just trolled us.
I love that. The
Maybe
white
it'll be the
also-
Olympic shoe for the French team.
It wasn't like a bright, brand new white. It was almost like that off cream white. It looked a little.
What is it? Is that popular thing called off-white? I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah. I've seen a
Anyways,
lot of that.
Very nice.
Oh, and to go back to his question, he was asking about a well-cushioned distance run. I think the shift would also be a good one. I am curious to see how I feel about this. The run I did, I think, was I think it was 5 or 6 miles in this, so it wasn't extremely long. Shoe felt great for that. If I was debating on whether or not to wear this for a 10-mile run tomorrow, I kind of feel the weight. Yeah, but I also want to somewhat keep up with the guys we run with, and I could run in the speed or the pro. So
Good.
yeah.
All right. Unfortunately, we can't test out the pro like we said. I'm actually pretty bummed about that.
What?
So it's,
Oh, you mean in a race?
well, I wanted to do a
situation.
5K in the
Yeah.
pro. It would have been fun.
Yeah.
I guess I could still do it, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not. I just can't get that pumped up
No.
Yeah.
and that adrenaline.
Yep.
And yeah, our heart goes out to all those races that are having to cancel. So much work goes into putting these
Seriously.
things on, and I know as a runner we're all disappointed that we can't participate in them, but these guys, these race directors and the companies behind these races, they do a ton of work getting sponsors together, getting everything set up for you to have a safe course, permits, police, all this stuff, and to have it hit by the virus like this, like some people are this is gonna really hurt some people, and I'm sure across the board economically it's gonna hurt people, but as runners and people that love this industry, it's a bummer. And Boston is a huge time for all the industry to come together and kind of a love fest, and that too now being canceled.
I'm so happy that they're rebooking it.
So if anyone hasn't heard, it's now September 14th. Yeah.
I've already rebooked my flights. Not running, but I will be there because it's just.
You're not even doing the 5K with me?
I was sold out.
Oh really? Okay.
Maybe not anymore.
Yeah. So anyways, but it is a bummer because it's like a lot of people don't think about. You're bummed because your race is canceled. You did all this training. You put up with the winter crap. Yeah. But for the race directors, this is how they pay their mortgage. Yeah. A lot of them, or a lot of time and effort. And
well, not just that some don't come back after a cancellation like this. We work with some race directors, and if something bad happens at a race, it takes a couple of years to recover from it. Luckily, I feel like in this situation, it's not something the race director did incorrect or anything like that. This is a unforeseeable event, and so be gentle. Like when you're asking for deferrals and you're asking for your money back and stuff, understand that the strain that these people are under. Just be gentle and be cool with them.
Yeah.
And if you are looking for a race, we're doing the big mile in Baltimore in August, so it'll be all clear by
August 1st. Yeah, we are definitely going to be clear.
And it's only a mile, so you can outrun the virus in that amount of time and be done with it.
Most of you won't even need to train for a mile.
Yeah, you can walk it.
It's a downhill mile.
But yeah, if you're interested and you're going to be in the Baltimore area and want to run our race, come out for it August 1st. Check out the Instagram feed, The Big Mile. Mm-hmm. And
awesome.
Yeah, we should put a link in the description later. And we'd love to see you. And maybe for people who mentioned, maybe we'll do some sort of a treat for those people who come out for the race.
Okay, yeah.
We're believing the run fans.
Do a meet and greet or something.
Meet and greet, maybe with a little bit of swag, something.
I like it. Cool. I say hold off on some of the other stuff till next week. We got some more shoes, some more gear, things like that coming in. It's an exciting time for shoes. Yeah, we're gonna get those reviews.
If you're a Zero Drop fan, we just got a shoe in from Altra that's really interesting. It has some innovations in it. We'll talk about that next week.
Yeah. So, anything else we got to cover?
I mean,
stay safe.
Lots.
Wash your hands because I know you weren't doing it before.
Yeah. I guess we can cover the Clifton when we get the Clifton miles in and review done. I know Meaghan's already finished her miles in it.
Yeah.
I got to get in this, but I was so excited when the Saucony stuff came in. I was like, everything to the side.
Cool. So, actually, what's the date today? Dang it. We can't do it next week. In 2 weeks, we'll have a very awesome shoe that will be.
Are you thinking about the MR?
Yeah. So, it'll be cool. All right. Yes. Well, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed for some reason, do it. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, do all the things.
Yeah. There's a little thumbs up button underneath the video.
That always helps.
If you hit that thing, that's good. There's one that goes the other direction.
Do that one.
That's a bad one.
Don't be watching this upside down.
If you've watched this far into the show,
there's no reason.
You need to hit this one.
Exactly.
That's why we don't say at the beginning, because that first guy might just be like, I just got here. Yeah.
Real quick, one last question. Someone asked release date for the Clifton 7. I believe it is June. Everything comes out on the 1st for Hoka, except for their crazy weird shoes. Yeah. So I believe it's either May or June. So.
And one other note, I decided to do half Ironman. So I got to learn how to swim. And I'll be spending time on a bike.
Thoughts and prayers for Thomas.
Can you have floaties in an Ironman? Is that allowed?
No, but your wetsuit is
you're gonna stuff your wetsuit with some floaties?
Well, no, I tried it on, by the way. Meaghan laughed hysterically at me, and my son told me it just looks wrong. So, you get a wetsuit. I'll have goggles, maybe one of them rubber hats. And then I'll get out of that.
Steve.
I'll ride the bike, and then I'll finish thing. So that should be interesting for me.
Yeah, it'll be very
and
interesting.
that's in June, so it should go off. And
So I
it's
might
called
be,
the Eagle Man. What are you up to?
I might be the only one left after that. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
What do you got signed up for? That's because I think
Dude, I only have
Cherry
the,
Blossom.
Oh, I
is
have
canceled.
the Pittsburgh half marathon.
When is
So
that?
That's in the first week of May. So they're
You
like,
might be there.
They're
You
doing
might be
that
there.
thing that's like,
Yeah.
maybe we will, maybe
Yeah,
we won't.
we've
So,
got Kentucky Derby marathon in April 24th,
okay.
Yeah.
but
Guess we'll see.
5th, 25th.
See,
Yeah.
But
And believe it or not,
that's the way to
Jared
see
married a woman who's somewhat attractive. I know that you look at him and you're like, "There's no way," but no, she's a pretty girl, and she is going for,
Her first marathon.
and she's running so well. I think she's gonna have like a big day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exciting times.
Is it gonna
She's
be?
right there.
Is it gonna be hard for you when, like me, your spouse gets faster than you?
No, I've told this. As long as she gets the medals, I'm cool. I can wear some. They won't know, essentially, until they get really close and read the words. And it's like, first place woman. And
And do you know what I have for you? I have a shoe for you that's a size 9 women's, I think. What do we? What do we have?
All right, let's
Anyway,
wrap
we
this
better
show
wrap
up.
it up.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Thanks
Make
for
sure-
tuning in.
dude, also
Alright.
stay 6 feet away from everyone.
Except for
please.
these guys.
Okay.
Especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're gonna.
And read his chili blanket review because that should be
This
insane.
is the best
Alright,
blanket
say
review in the
bye.
world.
Bye.